What if I told you that 4 simple exercises could completely reverse the damage you're doing to your body every single day at your desk job? There's a high chance that if you start doing these movements consistently, you'll not only eliminate the chronic pain that's been plaguing you, but actually feel stronger and more energetic than you have in years. So let's jump right in with the first exercise that's going to save your spine. First up, we have the hip flexor stretch. And if you've been sitting at a desk for more than a few hours a day, you absolutely need to pay attention to this one. Your hip flexors are these powerful muscles that run from your lower back down to the top of your thighs. And when you sit all day, they get stuck in a shortened, tight position. This is what's causing your lower back to ache when you stand up, why you feel hunched forward, and why your hips feel locked up after a long day at work. The hip flexor stretch works by opening up the front of your body and reversing the damage that sitting does to your posture. When these muscles are tight, they pull your pelvis forward and create that hunched over look that makes you appear older and less confident. This stretch restores your natural, upright posture and affects your entire body, since tight hip flexors are connected to your lower back, your core, and even your breathing patterns. So here's how you perform this posture-saving stretch. Start by getting into a lunge position with your right foot forward and your left knee on the ground. Keep your torso tall and proud, then slowly push your hips forward until you feel a deep stretch in the front of your left hip. Hold for 45 to 60 seconds, breathing deeply throughout, then switch sides. The key is to really focus on pushing your hips forward rather than leaning backward. You want that stretch right in the front of your hip where all that tightness has been building up for years. Trust me, within just a few days of doing this stretch regularly, you'll notice that standing up from your desk doesn't hurt anymore. Moving on to exercise number 2, we have thoracic spine extensions, and this movement is absolutely essential for anyone whose job requires them to look at a computer screen all day. Your thoracic spine is the middle part of your back, and when you're hunched over a keyboard for hours, these joints get locked into a rounded position that becomes incredibly difficult to reverse. Thoracic spine extensions work by mobilizing the exact area of your spine that gets stuck from sitting and computer work. This isn't just about feeling better in the moment. This is about preventing the permanent postural changes that happen when your spine gets locked in one position for years. This exercise also improves your breathing capacity because when your upper back is rounded forward, it compresses your rib cage and makes it harder for your lungs to expand fully. Here's how to perform this spine opening movement. Sit on the edge of your chair and place your hands behind your head with your fingers interlaced. Slowly arch your upper back over the back of your chair, looking up toward the ceiling. Hold this position for 15 to 20 seconds. Then return to the starting position. Repeat this 8 to 10 times, focusing on moving only your upper back, not your lower back or neck. You should feel this stretch between your shoulder blades and in the front of your chest. What's amazing about this exercise is that you can literally do this at your desk throughout the day to counteract the effects of sitting and hunching forward. At exercise number 3, we have the seated figure 4 hip stretch. And I'm confident that most people watching this have never tried this movement for their hip tightness, but it's about to become your secret weapon against the stiffness that comes from sitting all day. This stretch targets your piriformis muscle and the deep rotators of your hip, which are muscles that most people don't even know they have until they start causing problems. When you sit for long periods, these muscles get tight and can even compress your sciatic nerve, leading to that shooting pain down your leg that so many desk workers experience. The seated figure 4 hip stretch is perfect because you can do it right at your desk without getting on the floor or drawing attention to yourself. What makes this stretch so powerful is that it addresses the root cause of many lower back and leg pain issues that desk workers face. Your hips are the foundation of your spine, and when they're tight and restricted, everything above them has to compensate, leading to pain and dysfunction throughout your entire body. Here's how to perform this hip opening stretch. While sitting in your chair, place your right ankle on top of your left thigh, just above the knee. Gently press down on your right knee while leaning slightly forward until you feel a stretch in your right hip and glute area. Hold for 30 to 45 seconds, then switch sides. The beauty of this stretch is that you can do it multiple times throughout your workday. Every time you feel your hips getting tight or your lower back starting to ache, Just take a minute to do this stretch and reset your body. Now you're definitely going to want to pay attention to this final exercise because it might be the most important movement on this entire list. Exercise number 4 is the chest doorway stretch, and this simple movement can literally reverse years of rounded shoulders and forward head posture. When you sit at a desk all day, your chest muscles get tight and shortened while the muscles in your upper back get weak and overstretched. This creates a muscle imbalance that pulls your shoulders forward and your head into that tech neck position that makes you look older and less confident. The chest doorway stretch works by lengthening these tight chest muscles and allows your shoulders to return to their natural, healthy position. This stretch is incredibly effective because it targets multiple muscles at once: your pectorals, your anterior deltoids, and even some of the muscles in your neck that get tight from forward head posture. It's like hitting the reset button on your entire upper body posture. Here's how to perform this posture correcting stretch. Stand in a doorway and place your right forearm against the door frame with your elbow at shoulder height. Step forward with your right foot and gently lean into the stretch until you feel it across your chest and the front of your shoulder. Hold for 45 to 60 seconds, then switch sides. You should feel this stretch pulling across your chest and the front of your shoulder. If you've been sitting and hunching forward for years, this stretch might feel incredibly intense at first, but that's exactly why you need it so badly. Now let's put all these exercises together into a complete routine that you can use to counteract the effects of sitting all day. The key is to do this sequence at least once during your workday, and once when you get home to completely reset your body from all the damage that sitting does. Start with the hip flexor stretch, holding for 45 to 60 seconds on each side to open up the front of your body. Next, move into the thoracic spine extensions, performing 8 to 10 repetitions to mobilize your upper back. Then, do the seated figure 4 hip stretch, holding for 30 to 45 seconds on each side to release your deep hip muscles. Finally, finish with the chest doorway stretch, holding for 45 to 60 seconds on each side to restore your natural shoulder position. This entire routine takes less than 10 minutes, but can completely transform how you feel at the end of a long workday. The goal isn't just to feel better temporarily, it's to prevent the long-term postural changes and chronic pain that develop from years of sitting. Remember, your body adapts to whatever position you spend the most time in. If you sit hunched over a desk for 8 hours a day without counteracting those positions, your body will permanently adapt to that posture. But if you consistently do these exercises, you can maintain healthy posture and pain-free movement, regardless of how much time you spend sitting. If you found these desk worker exercises helpful, be sure to share this video with someone else who spends their days sitting and could benefit from moving and feeling better.